Hey Knights, it's Miss Cross again. Welcome to your last day of CSI week 3. You made it, so congratulations. That's my clap for you. So today we just have one more assignment and you guys have made it to your weekend. So let's go ahead and get started. Open up to your reading that is on the food trail. Who already knows the first two questions I'm going to ask? Let's see, maybe Jackie or Isaac, maybe Jesus or Gustavo. You already know that the first thing I'm going to ask you to look at is the title, On the Food Trail. So we know what food is. What's a trail? Does anybody know? If I say I'm going to take the trail through the forest to the beach. So a trail is something that you walk on. It's a path that you follow that's usually already marked in the ground so that you don't get lost. So I'm going to keep those details in my head in case I need them for my questions later. The next thing, and I'm going to circle around it with my mouse, that I'm going to ask you about is obviously the picture. So it looks like to me there are a whole bunch of ants. And I don't know what this bag is. Maybe it's some Takis or some popcorn, but they are clearly all heading or going away from this bag. Maybe they got some food or maybe they're going to get some. So I'm going to use those clues just in case I need them for later. So let's start reading together. One thing that can be really helpful with you if you're stuck on some of these words is if you read it with me. So the pace that I'm reading, remember, we always try to make it to 130 words a minute. If you read along with me at that speed and keep practicing, I guarantee that you will get there soon. All right, so here we go. People often come across ants on sidewalks. Scientists say that there is a reason for this. People tend to drop food and food wrappers on sidewalks. These people are slobs. They should know better. Ants are always looking for food. If a scout ant finds food on a sidewalk, it leaves a trail for other ants. Soon, there are lots of ants following the trail. So it looks like maybe this guy was the first one to find it, or this guy, and then he brought all the other ants because he left a trail for them. So the first question, number 1, says write fact or opinion next to a sentence. So even if you forgot what an opinion is, you know what a fact is. If I say the sun is yellow and orange, is that a fact? It is a fact because I know I can go outside and look at the sun and it might hurt my eyes a little bit, but I can definitely see that it's yellow or orange. So remember, an opinion is what you think of something. If I say, I think the sun looks pretty, well, I might really think the sun does look pretty. But does that mean everybody thinks the sun is pretty? I can't prove that. So it's not a fact. So this wants you to write whether it's a fact, and you can just write F or O next to each sentence. So the first sentence says, these people are slobs. So is that a fact or is that an opinion? Is that something that's true or can you prove that it could be false? Letter B says, people tend to drop food and food wrappers on sidewalks. So remember, is it true that people do that or can you prove that not everybody does it? It does say people tend to, so it says sometimes people do this. So you have to tell me if you think that's true or false. And C says they should know better. So is that a fact or an opinion? All right, let's scroll down. Number 2, you guys are experts at. What is the main idea? So what is this reading up here talking about the most? Remember, they might give you a whole bunch of details that aren't really important. They are talking about the same thing. You want to know what it's talking about the most. So it says why ants are on sidewalks. B says how ants follow people around. And C, why people are slobs. So remember, it's always easy to go back through and cross off the one we know is not right. Because then, at least we have a 50-50 chance of picking the correct one. The last one says, in this paragraph, the word tend means, well, if you were following me, when I was going through the reading and after, I almost already told you what 10 means. So some of you guys are really good at pulling up clues, and when you listen to me, you find out all the hints that I drop. But if you don't know what 10 means, remember, in the story, they already bold that word so you know where it is. So if you're unsure, go back and read the sentence. It says, people tend to drop food and food wrappers on sidewalks, and see what kind of clues can I pick up from that sentence. So again, remember, they put one that we know is always not going to be correct. We know it's for sure wrong, so mark that one first and then try your best in selecting the other one. Remember, my sweet loves, if you have any questions, you can always message me and we can set up a tutoring time. If you do go on Teams during the day, I'm usually pretty fast at writing people back right away. So please let me know if you have questions. If not, I will be posting the riddle of the day tomorrow. I hope everybody participates. Have an awesome weekend, nights, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.